Alright, what's up guys, it is K Central here, and I'm bringing you guys another little news video for you guys today. I know this isn't that really much of a news, it's just an interview with Yasue, but still, it's at least something, because we're not getting that much nowadays, so yeah. Why don't we just get into it? So Yasue recently did an interview with VentureBeat, which is a new website to me. I've never heard of it before. But anyways, he was interviewed by them, and in this interview, he discusses 2.8 and Kingdom Hearts 3 a little bit. There is some stuff in there that I like to give my opinions on, because I'm very passionate about this one subject he talks about, but hey, we'll get to that when that comes up. I'm also going to skip a couple points in this interview because not everything in this interview is stuff that is absolutely new or you should need to know. That's a lot of stuff repeated from past interviews, so I'm going to skip a couple things in here. But anyways, let's just get into it. The first question they ask him here is, one of the things I find interesting about Kingdom Hearts is the combat system. It's gotten a bit flashier and more complex as the series goes along. Is that a challenge when designing the Final Chapter Prologue and Kingdom Hearts 3? Is that something that you feel you need to retain in, or do you want to make more complex? He responds with our handheld games, we did a lot of experimentation with new systems. With 0.2 and 2.8, we're going back to basics, I guess. But at the same time, Kingdom Hearts 0.2 is sort of a continuation of Birth by Sleep. So we wanted to incorporate a lot of the moves from Birth by Sleep. Aqua's magical spells, for example, and her style changes. We wanted to change towards an enhanced version of that. The moves look a lot flashier, but at the same time not too difficult. We have the same sort of combat menu as the numbered titles, 2 and 3. That's very similar in 0.2. It's sort of a mixture between Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 3. Both aspects are coming together. So what he's pretty much saying here is that the combat system is going to be very similar to ones in previous titles, but it's going to be a mix between Birth by Sleep and the numbered titles. You know, and that combat system is going to be very similar to what you're going to be seeing in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like I say many times in the past few videos I've made, this game is going to be a humongous teaser for what Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be. Gameplay-wise, story-wise, everything. It's going to be a humongous teaser for the game. That's pretty much what it's there for. So, of course, they're going to make the system similar to Kingdom Hearts 3, if not the exact same thing. So this game's like a huge teaser for Kingdom Hearts 3, but they're still going to have that element of Birth by Sleep's combat system in there, the command deck, you know, because this game is pretty much a sequel to it, and they want to keep some of that style retained in it. So they're going to keep that kind of combat system mixed in with the numbered titles in there, which I'm not that huge of a fan of command deck. Personally, it's just not my cup of tea. But, you know, if they mix it together, I think that would be a pretty cool thing to see. And they also said it's getting a little bit flashier as well, because you gotta update that for the new hardware and stuff in the new engine, because with Unreal 4, you've seen that gameplay. It's pretty flashy, and it's pretty fucking awesome in my opinion. So it's nice to see that they're doing that with the Unreal 4 engine. It's just fucking awesome, okay? Can't wait to see what this combat system is going to be like. From what I've heard, it's pretty cool. Then they talk about the all-important handheld games and how they're important to the fucking story. Of course they fucking are, yay. A rant video may be coming about that sooner or later, but anyways, they go on to ask him, you talked experiments with the battle system. It's seen a lot of variety. It had a mana system, like in the first game, and cooldowns in some recent games. What works best for Kingdom Hearts? He says, each has its own fun aspects, but I think the magical point system using MP is very accessible. That worked well, but we don't want to do the same thing over and over again. In Kingdom Hearts 3 and 0.2, we wanted to enhance the system for the next generation. Using magical spells, we wanted the environments and enemies to react in a meaningful way. It doesn't just explode, it lingers on afterwards. If you shoot Blizzard, for example, it creates a place where you can skate on the ground. We wanted the magic to dynamically interact with the environment. So he's pretty much saying here that the magic system is the thing that really makes the combat system in Kingdom Hearts accessible? Okay, I guess I could see where he's coming from there. It's real flashy, it's real colorful, at least in 0.2 and Kingdom Hearts 3. So I guess he's right on that point. But I guess that's all of a matter of opinion what combat system works best for Kingdom Hearts. I personally like the numbered titles better. It's just my personal preference. I know a lot of people like the command deck, but hey, you get a combination of the two in Kingdom Hearts 3 and Kingdom Hearts 0.2. So you're going to have a little full package there. So good for you guys who like both. I just like the numbered titles, so if you like the command deck, hey, good for you. I am open to other people's opinions. So yeah, that's just my personal opinion, and I guess magical system is what makes Kingdom Hearts battle system very accessible. That's interesting to hear. Next question. When the series started, the Final Fantasy element was very important, not just in story, but in gameplay. The magic came directly from Final Fantasy, as did the summons. A lot of those aspects seem less prominent now that the Kingdom Hearts has developed more of its own identity. Is it fair to say that you're doing more things that are unique to Kingdom Hearts? As a whole, the story and the worlds and the gameplay, everything we incorporate, we want aspects of the Disney world throughout. For the combat system as well, we don't want that much for point 2, but having Disney aspects combined with Sora's aspects is important. Obviously the worlds, for example, we don't want them all to be Kingdom Hearts original worlds. We want the rich Disney worlds as well as the original worlds. Well, Taizo, you kind of botched that question, didn't you? They were asking about Final Fantasy and how those elements are incorporated, but you just went on about Disney. So I guess he's getting paid by the word to talk about Disney, so yeah, go him. But I guess it really is important to have more focus on Disney than Final Fantasy, because Disney is the more prominent series in Kingdom Hearts, not just Final Fantasy that is to the wayside. It just borrows the system in there, but it's revolving around Disney stuff. So that is important that those Disney elements are there, and good that they're retaining that for Kingdom Hearts 3. So, yay. Good for that. I just wanted to talk about that because he kind of bossed that question. I just thought he was funny. Skipping a couple more questions. Again, you can go check out the article in the description if you want to go check out the whole thing. But next he talks about Kingdom Hearts 3. They ask him, with Kingdom Hearts 3 tying up all these plot threads and being the last installment in the series of Kingdom Hearts, would you say there is a lot of pressure in that game specifically? Definitely. There's a lot of strings and a lot of strands in the previous games. They all come together. Right now we're depicting the Dark Seeker Saga, with Xehanort and his group that's battling Sora. Them and the other Keyblade Masters will have a sort of showdown. And so I think that everything is going to come together at the conclusion of the Dark Seeker Saga in Part 3. So you pretty much gave a synopsis of like what's going to basically happen in Kingdom Hearts 3. So yeah, there's a lot of pressure on them to get this story really right, because this is the finale of the game, and it's one of the most hyped games of all time because everyone's been waiting for a sequel to Kingdom Hearts 2. Well, there has been many of them, but a really direct sequel to Kingdom Hearts 2, a new numbered title, for a long time. So people have been just dying for this game. So they gotta get this game really fucking right. And if they don't, then it's gonna fall flat on their faces. So they gotta get this one right the first time. They can't mess up the first time. So hopefully they'll get that all right, and I'm pretty sure they will because they know what they're doing. So can't wait to see how that story is going to end up. It's probably going to be a big fucking showdown. It's probably going to be fucking awesome. A lot of people want to know what's the next Disney thing for Kingdom Hearts 3. Has it been stressful to keep so many secrets about development? Like I said about not showing much about Kingdom Hearts 3 at this time, there's always a right time for everything. We want each announcement to be special. We want to exceed our fans' expectations, and we want to do it in a good way. We want to plan things out. The way we announce things is not that stressful, at least for me. I don't know about you, but I'd be pretty much fucking stressed for one of the most hyped games of all time, trying to keep secrets from that. I guess people weren't really paying that much attention to it because it's been kind of out of the limelight for a while now since the last big reveal of it was back in E3 2015, a year ago. So people have not focused on it as much, and they're not that big about it. I'm still focusing on it because it's my fucking job. It's my YouTube channel, so yeah. I gotta keep doing it, but I would be really stressed out at this point still, because this is one of the biggest games to ever be released in the past decade, probably, because this is one of the biggest series in gaming, one of the biggest hype sequels of all time. I'd be stressed out as hell. But I guess they are planning things out in advance, which is a good thing. You probably should do that because you don't want this whole thing all willy-nilly. Although that would be cool to get all these announcements sooner rather than later. But anyways, they gotta plan things out, so I guess it's okay for him that he's not that stressed out about it. Good for you. Then he talks about the HD collections coming to next gen and being bundled together, and he keeps saying the same thing. Oh, it's gonna be maybe sometime, maybe. It's not announced yet. We haven't made a decision yet, so blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I really want it to happen, though, and I think it probably should happen. If you want to go see a whole full rant video on that, make sure to go check the info box I'll probably put up right now. But here comes the part of video I get to rant about. So then he asks him, 2.8, is that just for PS4 or is it also for Xbox One? He says, it's just for PS4 only, but Kingdom Hearts 3 is multi-platform. Right. They kind of worded that like, that doesn't make sense, Taizo, what you talking about? But they go on to ask him, is there any fear that Xbox owners are feeling left out? He says, Kingdom Hearts 3, it's a game that will be better if you understand all the other stories, but at the same time, you can enjoy it without following the whole arc. As you know, all the Kingdom Hearts stories have a conclusion at the end of each Disney World. You can still enjoy that as well. For the whole arc, it may help to understand, but there's still a lot of fun to have in each Disney World. Okay. I can see where he's coming from there. I can see. I can see what he's talking about. There is some separate stories in the Disney worlds that's separate from the whole arc in general. So I guess you could have some enjoyment if you didn't know what's going on with the Kingdom Hearts story. With that, I give you that. But still, this is the end of the Darkseeker saga, the end of everything that you've been building up over like the past 14, 15 years, okay? It's all coming up to a head in this game. So you're going to have at least need some understanding of what's going on in this game. You're going to need a basic understanding of what's going on. So I feel that, like, to fully enjoy what's exactly going on in this game, you really need to play the HD remixes and play the other games. So that's why I think the HD remixes need to come to Xbox One. The Xbox One needs that story backing on it, and if it doesn't, it's going to be kind of disastrous. I wouldn't say disastrous. It would be complicated for the people who haven't played Kingdom Hearts yet on Xbox, because Xbox has not seen a Kingdom Hearts game ever. This is going to be the first one. And this isn't like Final Fantasy 15, where it's pretty much a whole new story. No, it's backing off of everything else that's been happening in the past games. So you need that story backing. So they need to come to Xbox One. I can see where he's coming from, but you still need that story backing on there to fully enjoy the experience. They will be lost without it. So please, I beg you, release it on Xbox One sooner or later, maybe after Kingdom Hearts 3, I don't know, get another developer to do it. Just do it. That's just my opinion, okay? I'm really passionate about that, but still, it's my opinion. You can disagree if you want to. And finally, he asked them about the Kingdom Hearts fanbase. Woo, boy. What would you say makes up the Kingdom Hearts fanbase? Is it Square Enix fans or Disney fans, or is this a unique combination of the two? He says, we have great fans. Yay. They're very passionate. Yeah. Very warm, very supportive, debatable. They're very special. For me, I think they're the reason why we're doing this, more than anything. Compared to other games, it's hard to compare, but I feel they're warmer, nicer on the whole. Again, debatable. That's my honest opinion. They seem a lot nicer than others. Ooh, that statement. So I guess he doesn't really know what it's like because he's the co-director of the game. They support him with a fucking passion, you know? They love him. They make the game that they just love to death, and I support him too because he makes the game I love to death too. But usually what goes on the other side of the Kingdom Hearts fandom, like Kingdom Hearts Twitter, I just invite you over to a little session of Kingdom Hearts Twitter, Yasue, because it'd be very interesting to see. At least from where I left off, because I have a whole rant video about the Kingdom Hearts community that will be coming up sooner or later. But I had to leave the Kingdom Hearts community at one point because there was so much drama going on in the Kingdom Hearts community at that time. I've not been in there for a while. Maybe things have gotten better. Hopefully they have. But at the time I was there was a lot of drama going on. It was the same time that Voltedits was removed from the Keykeepers, and at the time I was not known as the most loving, supportive, most loved person in the Kingdom Hearts community. That's for goddamn sure. So when things started going around, I started, of course, getting like hate comments and stuff from responses on Twitter, and it was pretty much a buildup of everything that happened at that point because Twitter pretty much ruined my life. And the Kingdom Hearts fanbase, it drove me crazy, so I had to leave Twitter, had to leave that all behind. Kingdom Hearts fanbase got a little crazy. So hopefully you guys have fixed that shit up and made things better for yourselves. From what I've heard, it has gotten better over the past few months, so that's good to hear. They're not talking about me anymore, which is a really good thing because I wasn't helping things at all, my presence there at least. So yeah, good thing. Things have gotten better. They are very warm and supportive for the people that they do worship over there in the Kingdom Hearts community, but it is kind of annoying sometimes, but I'll have a whole another rant video about that sooner or later. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about with you guys today. This was kind of a long video, sorry I kind of rambled a bit, but you know, we still got some stuff about Kingdom Hearts 2.8 and Kingdom Hearts 3 in here, so that's really nice to know. So yeah, make sure to write down in the comments below your opinion on this news. What do you think about the combat system, him talking about that? Do you like that's a combination of the Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 3 system, you know, Kingdom Hearts number titles? And what do you think about the HD remixes coming to Xbox One or not? Do you think they should or should not? Make sure to write down in the comments below your opinion. Also, make sure to subscribe and like this video because that'd be really awesome if you did. This has been K Central, and I will see you guys later.